Sticks and stones may break my bone, but your words can't hurt me. No, you just can't hurt me. No, I ain't been right more than I've been wrong, and it still can't hurt me. No, it just can't hurt me. No. No, you just can't hurt me. No, you just can't hurt me. No, no, no. I know it's hard to be polite, and it's easy being petty. My mama used to tell me, gotta use you when he ready. Man, it's crazy how my brother said it could have been my cell. It's either prison or a grave, that's what everybody tell me. Man, life ain't a beach, it's a female dog. I'm staying 10 toes down, though I still might fall. Oh yeah, now I done came through, knocking pictures off you all. Cause loving people who persecute you, it's still a tough be a light up on my path and a lamp under my feet. I know my faith strong, but my flesh still kinda weak. When that victory be looking like the verge of defeat, and I feel that disrespect, help me turn my other cheek and say, sticks and stones may break my bone, but your words can't hurt me. No, you just can't hurt me. No, I ain't been right more than I've been wrong, and it still can't hurt me. No, it just can't hurt me. No. No, you just can't hurt me. No, you just can't hurt me. No, no, no. No, you just can't hurt me. No, you just can't hurt me. No. See, it's hard to be polite. It's easy being petty. Mama used to tell me, gotta use you when you're ready. Cause I ain't working on my own timing. Ain't got no diamonds on me, but I stay shining. Yeah, yeah. They say the world would be a better place if we take out the hate.
Stop all the hate right now.
Yeah. Let's keep it real, it'd be better if we just subtract the fake. Yeah, so be a light up on my path and a lamp under my feet. I know my faith strong, but my flesh still kinda weak. When that victory be looking like the verge of defeat, and I feel that disrespect, help me turn my other cheek and say, sticks and stones may break my bone, but your words can't hurt me. No, you just can't hurt me. No, I ain't been right more than I've been wrong, and it still can't hurt me. No, it just can't hurt me. No. No, you just can't hurt me. No, you just can't hurt me. No, no, no.
Oh, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Yeah, folks, I'm back for another few seconds because I just got back home. Had to get changed. Now I got to go and leave out. I got to go and take care of some more business at the courthouse. You know, I had to go over to my lawyers, and then I had to come home, get dressed, and I got to wait a few more minutes. Then I got to run back out to the courthouse. Actually, yeah, that's what I did. And I did some other stuff too. I had a doctor's appointment too. I had a lot of stuff I had to get done today, and I've been out mostly since the last time I streamed. But I got a lot of my stuff done, and a lot of stuff pertains to the bullshit I'm about to talk to you about right now. So, like I said, Joe always goes back into a default, and his default is basically him saying that now, if we say Mixamo is the biggest scammer, saying Mixamo is the biggest scam ever. See, the reason why Mixamo is a scam to Joe is because Mixamo has basically told him to basically stop selling their shit. That's what it basically is. They told him to stop selling their stuff, and they sent them the letter, you know. And Joe's first default was to say that me and Sally had something to do with it. We didn't. You know, I found out about this when he found out about this. You know, I've been sending them stuff. I haven't sent them any type of letter or anything in maybe a little over a year and a half. You know, and I mean, they get into it now. I mean, really, seriously. I mean, I forgot all about it. So somebody there must have saw something, or somebody there must have said something. I don't know, but his default is to blame me and Sally for the shit he's doing. And now he's saying that Mixamo is the biggest scam ever after he's went over there, taking their content, and has been selling it. You know, he's taken the Mixamo models down that he had up there. He's done quite a bit of stuff. Some of his stuff on his Gumroad site is coming up missing, and it's because of basically pure copyright infringement. You know, that's all I have to say. I know it. You all know it now, and I've proven it time after time after time. So now he's angry because Mixamo or Adobe sent him some type of letter. He was angry and he read it, and now he's ready to he's ready to get all his troll power up and come after me and start doing shit to my videos and everything. So he gets up every morning and he finds videos to put fake and false and erroneous reports on, and then after he does that, he gets on, and all he does is sit back, and he has a playlist of videos of mine that he's got marked for deletion. So after he does that, you know, he just sits back and he waits until something happens, because he feels like if something of his has been found out to be erroneous, you know, something he needs to take down something of mine because he thinks I'm the one reporting them in. No, I think it's the fact of like a lot of like one guy who didn't have nothing against Joe until the past 2 weeks. The people from M1 Interactive, they don't even want to talk about this guy no more. They don't want to say anything about this guy no more because they're kind of mad over there because he came out of nowhere, decided he was going to insist they take down their shit, then stalk them. And he actually went and stalked these people, went onto their Sketchfab account and under different names saying stupid slanderous shit, and he wasn't right at all, you know. And that was proven by Todd Fox in his last video. So I mean, what more can you say, folks? I think this is my stream from earlier. Let me get into my live stream and see if anybody's in there. I'm in the live stream chat box now, folks. So if you want to say something, say something. I'm live in here. But the whole thing about it is now he's going back to his old default. Now, up until now, he was basically saying Sketchfab and Bart and One Gun doing this to me, right? So that was last week. The few weeks or a month before that, it was Real Illusion, it's stealing, and blah 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 blah. So now you know the reason why he does these things, and just like the Sketchfab thing that happened recently, is that when he's been found out to be doing something criminal on somebody's website, and the people from the website actually come at him and tell him and confronts him with these things, he goes back to his default. First, he has to make videos saying his self-victimization videos, saying they stole it from me. I mean, that's what he does. And then after he does his videos about they stole it from me, he goes back and say because they didn't make their own stuff. You see, I made my own stuff. I mean, those are the arguments that he put forward. You see, he can't prove those arguments because he didn't make any of the stuff that he went to Mixamo and took. Mixamo made the stuff, and he went over there and took it, packaged it up. But the thing about it is, the really absurd thing is that he decided to come after my video, and then send letters to Real Illusion saying that I stole the content from him, which is erroneous and false. So now that I mean, just the simple fact that he actually typed them a letter, and I forgot all about this. So I have emails between Peter, Joe, and Real Illusion of Joe constantly going over there and telling them that I stole his motions and used them in my video, and he said that the video was taken down for copyright violations. Well, he's the one. He didn't show no proof. All he did was just took the video down as proof that that I was using this stuff, which wasn't true, because I didn't use none of his garbage. So he wants to say this stuff to Real Illusion. Real Illusion wasn't buying it, because the reason why Real Illusion wasn't buying it, because I have done videos upon videos and told people where I got my content from, and it's also in the end of my video where I got my stuff from. So there's no confusion as of why there wasn't no True Bones used in the Archive Infinity. You know, so what's the deal now? The deal is that now he's been caught. I mean, I got the DMCAs. I have he did 3 DMCAs on over like the same Archive Infinity video. He did it on Vimeo and YouTube twice. saying the same thing, and he's been caught. He's been caught red-handed because he's saying that the Mixamo content that I used in my video belonged to him, and he had every right to take it down. Well, that's not true because I set my counter notification, and right then he should have took me to court. You see, it's all fun and games until you get busted, and he got busted. So, because that's what I sent them years ago. I sent them that shit years ago and let them know about what he did years ago, and now they're finally coming after him. If that's the case in point, because he was going around to everybody who used Mixamo or whatever in their films. You can ask. You can ask Tom Jantal. You can ask Warlord. You can ask anybody who went over to Mixamo and downloaded their stuff when it became free, that he went after them and threatened them and reported their channels in, and took down videos for some people, because he was up here lying about him owning the Mixamo content. So now it's to come full circle, and now Mixamo is coming after him, or Adobe is coming after him, and now they're the bad guys because they're coming after this phony crook right here, just a phony baloney person, as he sits back here, tries to self-victimize and explain himself out of the trouble that he made for himself. Now, he's in trouble, but the problem is he made this trouble for himself, so nobody has to do. Yeah. I got to go back. I got to go to court today to get some stuff taken care of. Yeah, I got to go and get some stuff taken care of that pertains to the situation that I'm in. But yeah, I mean, he keeps doing it, and think about it is now that Miximo's now Adobe is on him. Adobe don't like people stealing from him, it's wonderful. I got another 5-10 more minutes, folks, before I have to go. I find it amazing that he wants to keep making these videos, calling himself a victim. A victim of what? I mean, you took from them. And then you sit back and say, oh, they stole this from Singularity, which is not true. None of this is true. Mixamo, they have their own motion cap. Well, at the time, they had their own motion capture studio. They haven't made no new motions in years. Don't know why, but eventually, I guess they will get around to it one day. But so far, it's a very popular site. People keep coming to it because they have free motions that you can get. They also run well with Epic Games and everything else. But the thing about it is, when you have a clown out here who comes after people who do artwork. So when you do your artwork and you say you're using Mixamo animation, he will come after you and post nasty stuff or try to take your video down if you say something back to him. So the thing is, if he comes to your channel and he tries to post something, just report the comment down, say it's bullying, and after that, his comments ahead. He'll never be able to come back to your channel and hide. So it's True Bones. So he wants people to know that True Bones is a world largest animation whatever, but it's not. It's all fake, false, and erroneous. He went after Roku. Told Roku, it's like, I've been in business for 20 years. No, you haven't been in business. We went back, and it seems like the longest you've been in business is probably close to like maybe 13, 15 years. That's about as far as we go. Before then, there was no True Bones, and I have not confirmed that, but that's about as far as we can go and find anything about him. So he wants to play this game where he comes out, he gets busted for something, and his default is to blame me and Sally for something he did, and we have nothing to do with it. We have nothing to do with it. If he's done something, we didn't make him. Like here it is like this. We didn't make him pirate the stuff and put it on Sketchfab. We didn't tell him to name his company or his fake company on Sketchfab and to Makemo, where he had the same shit as Mixamo did. But this is what he said. Now we have video proof that he said this. Our stuff works better. Mixamo stuff won't work as good as our stuff because our stuff works better. Now he never gave a reason why. He never gave a reason why or showed any proof that this was. But that's what he told somebody so he can get $50 out of it. Right? That's what happened in the video. So he emailed them back, and that's what he said, folks. I ain't got no reason to lie because it's all history. So he did this. That's what a con man would say, just to get money out of you. He would lie, and Autodesk the same way, Autodesk might actually do something and come after him, and they should, because he's been doing this for years, as long as I've been doing this, he's been doing this for years. I called him out, I man to man, I called him out on it, and he hasn't left me alone ever, because he's been, ever since I called him out on what he was doing, he's been trying to come across as I was the reason, or I am why people think of him like this. I'm not the reason. He's the reason. He did this to himself. All right? It isn't me. It's him. He just don't want to admit to the fact that he did all this shit. He did it to himself. Now it's how many years later, and it's a proven fact that he infringes on other people's shit. It's a proven fact that he did not make all the stuff that he has for sale with the iPod or Xbox Connect. It's a proven fact. It's a proven fact now. He can't hide no more. He can't sit back and say, that's my stuff. He can't do it. Only thing he can say now, oh yeah, those are game rips I got from Rubu. His whole business model is around what Rubu rips from other people's games that he can get his hands on, and he can convert and then slap it into a WinZip file and sell it on the pirate site known as Gumroad. And and on top of that, he's made friends with another con artist known as Chris Rios, who is in the Philippines hiding because he's trying not to get deported back to America. Go figure. Go figure. This guy, Chris Rios, went over there and tricked a couple of companies into giving him some money, and and claimed he had all these, claimed he worked for all these companies. Come to find out, he didn't. He didn't. People believed him for a while, and he was just like Joe, getting the fame and all the other shit because everybody believed that he was doing the stuff. Then it came to the point to where, hey, you know what? Something's fishy here. And when something smells fishy, well, then most likely it is fish. But in Chris's case, it was rotten because they found out he didn't work for some of these companies, and he didn't have no association with some other companies, and he just flat out lied. And then he had I think he had some type of female accomplice that helped him do that and get this money out of people. But he was supposed to come over there and help people and train people how to do this stuff. And what he did is took advantage of them. And then lied to them about having a work visa, and he didn't have one. So he didn't have a work visa. He broke the law, and now he's over there hiding, and he won't come back home to U.S.A. for some reason. So that just goes to show you, that's Joe's buddy. That's Joe's partner in crime now. Those two get together and they talk about whatever. Mostly they talk about me. I don't know what Chris has to do with me, but that's just how the crooks work. If one crook is insulted, I guess because they got busted, then the next crook must be insulted because they can't run the same scam. So the whole thing about it is that's not my problem. That's not my problem. What happened to him today is not my problem. My problem is just to get him out my life, and what I mean by that is just to make sure he stays on the other side of the fence, tending to his own fucking business. That's all I want. He can stay on YouTube for as long as he wants, but I just don't want to fucking have to sit back, stream, and then he gets on, and then he starts with the transvestite shit, and he starts saying lies and slander about me, shit that ain't true, because it ain't, and then he starts looking for my family and stuff like that. Now, just because he ain't doing it now, doesn't mean he will not eventually do it in the future, because just when you think he won't do something, he does it, folks. So that's why I have to do this, to protect myself in the future, because I'm going to be doing other things, and one thing I can't do is have a freaking troll chase after me or any of my clients after I do something, saying, "Oh, don't use this stuff. He's a this, he's a that," because he can't do it. He can't do it. See, he can't do it, and I can. I can make animations for people. I can composite animations. I can even do my own motion capture out of my house with a real motion capture suit. He can't. He can't do it. So in order for him to have people have any doubts about what I do, he keeps up the bullshit, and he wants me to go down the same toxic, shitty garbage hole that he's in right now. You see, he's down lower than me because I'm higher than him. You know, and that's the way shit is right now. You know, uh, I got a few more minutes, and his problem basically is that he can't stand the fact, right? He can't stand the fact that you know people enjoy watching my show more than they enjoy watching his. It's amazing how he gets like over 5,000 views when nobody watches nothing that he does when he's live streaming. The majority of his videos are live streams, but he hides those. You know, every live stream he does, he hides them. Um, yeah, he just hides them. Just hides them. I think Don Stack said something in here a little while ago. Here, Don Thack commented, you can add Brian Foley to that list. He's openly supporting True Bones and claiming that his work has always contained stolen content from him. I don't care. Brian Foley, I don't care. I really don't care about Chris Reeves. I mean, they haven't given me no problem, but I saw Chris over there talking about me, so I thought I'd talk about him. And and I'm not gonna probably say too much about Chris anymore after this. But but I know for a fact that it's all over in the Philippines, folks. That dude's is a fraud. Everybody calls him a fraud. I don't know how. I mean, he must not be working in the 3D industry over there anymore. Because no, I mean, I don't understand if he's been called as a fraud. He's been don't have this guy work for you. He can't do what he says or whatever. I don't understand why somebody will let him come into their place and sit down and use their computers and bullshit. So I don't know, but we can just carry on with the fact that with the fact that with the fact that I don't care about Brian Foley. If he wants to use True Bones as stolen garbage, he can. But then again, I never heard of Brian Foley until like maybe a week ago, and I popped over and saw his stuff, and I just said, well, what you expect? If you use True Bones, what you expect? What you expect? I use content from vendors. I actually go to vendors and buy my content because I've learned, and the reason why I do that, because I've learned. I've learned that if someone pops up in a forum board and says they have motions that are cheaper than what you can get from Unity and Unreal, chances are they're probably stolen now. I don't trust nobody in forum boards, and I would tell everybody that. Yeah, you got to tell everybody to come to the. I mean, that's the only way you can get any work done. Um, I just definitely understand that, Polywick. But the whole thing about it is that I don't trust anybody in a forum board. Anybody in a forum board, only thing I go to a forum board is to talk to other people and look at other people's art. I do not go to forum boards to buy nothing because you're not guaranteed the shit you buy off somebody in a forum board. Say, why are they in the forum board and not in the store? There's a reason for that. If they're in the forum board, posting links and PayPal links up saying, oh, come and buy my stuff. You can use it here, use it there. You can come and buy it from me, and we got all this, we got that. No, you guaranteed money back guarantee. It's a lie. It's a lie. Never trust anybody with a PayPal link and saying you can get the stuff that they say they can they have and they've made because it's phony. If they're not in a credible asset store for developers, don't touch it. Don't buy it. Don't touch it. Don't buy it. I learned that because I learned the difference between somebody like Joe and an actual vendor, and this is a true story. Um, Back in 2015, I was looking for somebody to buy motions from because I had this is before I found out that Joe was a scam artist because I had bought some motions from him, and I thought the motions were something I can use, and they weren't. They were just some glitchy shit, and I was like, I can't use this. So I went back on. I actually found motion capture vendors, and I came across some mocap online. Right, came across them, and I asked them. I went to their website. I saw the cool shit they had. The first pack I saw was the Ninja pack, and I said, I can use this for archive. I can use these motions for archive. So. So I actually got in contact with them, and I bought a pack of motions from them. The thing about when I bought the motions from them, it was in line. I mean, it was just in place motions. So I spent $30 and got a bunch of in-place motions from them. It was the Ninja Pack, the first release of the Ninja Pack, matter of fact. So I was mad. I was like, I can't use this shit. I mean, I'm not making games. I can't use this shit. I need something moving from one point to another. So I sent them an email and I said, can I get my money back, because these animations are stuck. They're in place. I need stuff that moves. You know, I don't have time to sit back and mess with the translations, and I mean, I need something to move. And the guy's like, hey, don't worry, I got you covered. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and send you this stuff and add a little bit more to it, and you tell me what you think. All right. So he sent me another pack of stuff, and it was great. He sent me not only the stuff that I bought that's actually moving in the correct directions and not in place, but he actually threw some extra stuff in, which was awesome. You know, he threw in a couple of, threw some extra stuff, and he gave me. That's when I got the first Modus Man and everything, and he was like, thank you for buying us stuff, and we're sorry for that. I was like, hey, no, man, don't worry, man, you did a good job, you know. And then nonsense stopped. yeah. I mean, that's what you got to do at your job. But yeah. So Mocap Online did a great job. I mean, they did a great job. They honored their content. You know, and I was like, I've been doing this shit the wrong way. Maybe I need to start going to these game developers on these websites and start getting my stuff through them. And that's what I started doing in late 2015. And 2015 and from late 2015, 2016, I would just go and buy my stuff through Unreal, or I would buy my stuff through Unity. Mostly was Unity. Unreal, I wasn't too familiar with some of the stuff over there, but most developers in Unity are most likely the same developers over in Unreal. Go figure. I didn't know that. I was just getting into this shit. I mean, I was getting out of Blender, going into like programs like Poser and what's the other one? Poser, Daz and shit like that. So I was already pretty efficient in Daz and Poser by that time, but you know, I was still playing around with BBH files, and I wasn't really messing with FBX files and stuff like that. So I didn't really know a lot back then. But as I grew as an artist and started educating myself on this stuff, I got better. So when you're dealing with somebody who's a for real vendor, they got their own motion capture setup and stuff like that. They had videos of them doing motion capture sessions, and it was like very entertaining, because I'm like, wow, I'm using stuff from people who actually are in the 3D industry and actually making stuff, you know. And they actually got their name tied to some stuff, to like some video games and stuff like that. So of course, you know, and then when you actually buy the stuff, you know, it moves so smoothly. I mean, it's like this is nothing like True Bone shit. That's like, almost just stop buying this shit. You know, this is when I just stopped buying the shit. You know, and it wasn't until like later September 2016 when I found out that Joe didn't even own the shit that he sold me. You know, that last batch of shit that I bought from him, he didn't own it. You know, the shit came out of Motion Builder, and I got mad. But I kept on going. It wasn't until I saw this thing called Beware of True Bones is when I actually, you know, I actually saw him, and then I went over to mix him onto the forward to post some stuff up, and I saw him in there, you know, just lying. And this is after I read the Beware of True Bones things, where Stefano Carrazza came in there and told him that you can't, and told him to please take their stuff out of his packs of animation stuff. I still got that little clip from the what's the name, and I also got many videos about that. But the whole thing about it is that I was understanding that he made all this stuff. He had a motion capture studio. We never saw a picture of his motion capture studio because it doesn't exist, for one. Okay, folks. So that's my driver. He's gonna be here in a few minutes. But to make a long story short, folks, don't trust True Bones. Don't trust him. You know, I trusted him, and it didn't pan out too good for me. Matter of fact, I tried to even distance myself from them by just stop talking about them, because in the summer, the summer of 2016, I think I had my last words with him, and then he just kept coming back. He just kept making stupid ass videos and shit about me. But I actually stopped talking about him, and then when I stopped paying him attention, he just started taking down my videos for no reason. So I would just say, I learned my lesson. Go to credible people, buy your stuff. Make sure make sure you check them out, get reviews and stuff. And you think about it. Sometimes you can build relationships with these people by getting their stuff and using it, and then showing them what you've done with their stuff. And that's the type of relationship that I have with a lot of these vendors, because after I use their stuff, I show them, like, hey man, your stuff worked well. Look how I did. I mean, and give them some ideas. So far, working with people like that has proved very beneficial to me. So just to leave you all alone, I gotta go. This is One Gun. I'm signing out, and I gotta go out here and catch my cab. See you guys later. Peace.